Want to go straight for the tools that are proven to work for your real estate career? Well, this video is designed to help you do that for free. When I started scaling my business, the main factor that worked for me was having my coach tell me where to focus my time and marketing dollars. He clearly outlined where I would get the best ROI, how long it would take for each lead source to pay back, aka how long I would have to consistently invest in any given pillar before I saw a business from it. He also broke down exactly how much business I would see from each pillar so that I knew the precise amount of either money or time investment would be needed to hit my production goals. Today, I'd like to give you this roadmap to inject an additional 20 deals into your business, whether you're new or you want to scale up past 15 deals a year. I'm Patricia Katiki with the Katiki Lifestyle Real Estate Group, and I'm very excited to unpack this with you today. Now, you know I love to dive right into the meat and potatoes of the matter, but I do need to quickly touch on mindset before we go any further, or the rest of this simply won't stick. Like with absolutely everything in life, your real estate business is no different, and your mental game will make or break your outcomes. Before working with my coach, I rode what we in the business have come to lovingly refer to as the real estate roller coaster. We hate the real estate roller coaster. It's turbulent, and even though it can have some pretty extreme highs when you're winning, you know, like that feeling when you bring your seller 5 offers after 2 days on market and the highest bid is like $250,000 above asking, that's a very high. But unless you do that a minimum of 3 times per month, that high is likely going to wear off into a kind of depression valley in about 5 days when the dopamine wears off and you realize you have no idea where your next deal is coming from. And unless your pipeline is stacked with at least 10 A leads that are either ready to list with you or get in your car and go shopping, that valley can quickly turn into a rut. Now, that sounds pretty bleak, and it's true, but here's the good news. There's a way to experience the highs of those rock star moments in real estate without feeling the pain and fear of not knowing where your next deal is coming from. And we're going to get into the tactical points of that in a minute here, but here's the mindset shift we have to make before any of it will pan out. The pain of doing consistent activities is less than the pain of worrying about the financial pressures of not doing sales. Once you have that ingrained in your psyche, you're going to be hardwired for success. A great book, if you want to go deeper on this, is Darren Hardy's Compound Effect. And I'll link it below, but the key takeaway here before I move on is to adopt a mindset of preferring the slight pain of taking consistent action over the deep and scary pain of facing a failing business. I have felt both, and I can tell you that once you do the consistent productive pains enough times, they become habits. And when you get really dialed in, you'll actually find joy in them and achieve what high performers call a flow state. Now, this video is not about how to achieve flow state, but know that it's possible and that the other path leads to tears. Okay, let's talk roadmap. There's 2 ways you can get business. You can earn it or you can pay for it. And that's not to say that you don't have to earn the paid business once you're up to bat, but ad spend is a way to leverage the number of opportunities your business will receive. So I'm going to be focusing on business that is free or mostly free in this video, but drop a comment below if you want to know what the best return on paid business would be. So earned business comes to you from the hard work you're doing and takes little to no cash investment. My top 7 ways to invest your time and energy are these. Number 1, open houses. Once you've invested a few $100s to buy your signs, you can reuse them for years. And if you want to put them to good use and really get your hustle on, then do 5 open houses per week. So when I first got started, I would sometimes do a Friday happy hour open house, but always, without fail, Saturday and Sunday open houses every single weekend. This isn't an open house boot camp, but I just wanted to give you an idea of the hours that I held so you can get a sense of what that looked like. Open houses are crucial because they're going to put you in front of people who have put their hand up and are basically saying, I'm interested in real estate on some level. So the nice thing about open house leads is that these are the warmest leads that you can possibly access for free. There are real life people who have gotten off their couch and made an effort to view properties in person. So the return on time and energy with open house leads is high if you work them properly. Number 2, posting on social media. Obviously, social media is good for driving business, and here's a rhythm that's easy to stick to and intentional. Throughout the week, you want to post market updates, helpful information about buying and selling, neighborhood profiles, your coming soons, just listed, just sold, properties you're showing and viewing with clients. But as you approach the weekend, blitz your open houses. And the best way to do this is to use mixed media so that you can keep it interesting and keep your audience engaged. So don't just post open house and the hours. Post something about the area, maybe a favorite restaurant, a hangout spot, or a coffee shop. Then follow it up with 4 styles of posts. The first, containing the open house details. People need to know how to get there and where it's going to be. Second, with interior photos and some of the features, as well as a link to your website where they can see photos, floor plans, 3D tours, and basically get more information about the property. Then follow those up with a live walking tour of the property and end the posting sequence with a 4th post containing the open house details once again. I always posted home tours and previews of the open houses that I would be hosting, and this helped me get more traffic to my open houses. Also, side note, if you don't have a lot of listings yet because you're just getting started, host open houses for other agents in your brokerage. When I first started, I did a ton of open houses for other agents, and honestly, it was fantastic and it's totally free. Number 3, Facebook Marketplace. In addition to everything else that you're doing, you'll want to put your listings on Marketplace. I think this one is pretty self-explanatory, but it is important to include it in your rotation, which is why I'm taking the time to mention it here. Listings are supposed to make babies, and posting them on Marketplace will generate a lot of free leads for you. Okay, this next activity is one that compounds over time. Unlike open houses and posting about specific properties or advertising specific properties directly, number 4, writing a blog or filming videos like this. Now, writing a blog or filming videos like this takes time for the results to compound, but you want to do it because these types of things are evergreen and they'll build your audience over time. And having an audience will help you build out that inbound leads, those come list me or come sell me business, which will increase and eventually leverage even more of your time. Number 5, attending networking events. Now this one, it really helped me in the early days. I went to a lot of networking events for about 3 years. And in the beginning, I would go to 2 or sometimes 3 events in a week. Now, if networking events are your strategy, having a quick intro about yourself that's intriguing and under 30 seconds is a good idea. But if you don't have one, don't let that stop you, because the most powerful conversations that you can possibly have are the ones where you're asking questions about other people and taking a genuine interest in them. Honestly, being face-to-face is really a unique opportunity these days, especially because everything is digital. So much is digital. We're always on Zooms. So making genuine connections in person as a human being is amazing. So honestly, just have fun with it. Where you're really going to see the conversions from your networking strategy is in your follow-up. We've had that golden opportunity to be in person and make a real connection. Now you can leverage that into touch points that will turn that person into a raving fan, a referral partner, or a client. Number 6, meals with potential clients or key partners. There's this great book called Never Eat Alone by Keith Ferrazzi. I read it years ago and I loved it. You should definitely check it out. But one of the key things is that we all have to eat. Well, what would it do for your business if you ate breakfast, lunch, and dinner with a potential client, a key vendor partner, someone in your sphere of influence, or a past client? I'm guessing it would be pretty transformative. I personally couldn't fit that many meals into my schedule, but I did incorporate a couple of Never Eat Alone time blocks into my calendar every week, which was both fun for me because I like to go for lunches and brunches, and it was a great way to deepen my relationships with people. I've purposely put this under the networking pillar because while phone calls and emails make a great follow-ups, taking someone to breakfast or lunch is a fantastic way to elevate that relationship quickly and turn them into a raving fan, like I said, even faster. Another key hack here is I would stick to breakfast or lunch because there was no pressure for booze at these times of the day, which kept things affordable for me. And the meeting would slot so easily into the rest of my work day that I could just schedule one in and keep going with the rest of my day. Number 7, cold calling and door knocking. I think we all know what this means, but here's a hack I used to do. In order to get the most of my door knocking and cold calling strategy, I used to combine these activities with my open houses or just listed or just sold. And this basically gave me a reason to be contacting people out of the blue and inviting the neighbors to your open house or giving them a call because a new house just listed or just sold in their area is a way softer, indirect approach that actually sparks conversations rather than getting a curt, irritated response, which we all hate when we're prospecting. And let's face it, as a people, we're a nosy bunch. We all want to know how much the house up the street just sold for. So combine your cold calling and your door knocking with a logical reason for your call or your visit, and you'll actually have good quality conversations with the neighbors. Those are the 7 free or next to free pillars that I implemented to infuse 20 extra deals into a 12-month period. If you're starting out, my recommendation until you get to 20 deals is to do as many of these as you can every week. But in order to get the most impact out of your actions, you'll need to implement them in a strategic way so that you don't burn out and so that you can get the results that you want. And honestly, if you don't have a budget in the beginning, don't worry about it. You can build up to it once you want to grow your business past 20 deals and get your life back. It'll take a bit of cash to do it, but the good news is you'll have the cash and it'll be totally worth it. Please hit like and subscribe if you found this useful. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope this video put some money in your pocket.